Hi, kids. Welcome to the Late Night Picture Show. It's our brain double feature tonight. We're also double featuring a cocktail called the Martinez. That there being the 1970 version from my 1970 edition of Old Mr. Boston's Bar Guide. Deluxe Bar Guide. So, I didn't have Curacao, so mine's a little less sweet. I don't know if it made that much difference. There's only a quarter teaspoon of orange liqueur in there. I used Cointreau. So, picture a martini that's equal parts gin and dry vermouth with a quarter teaspoon of Cointreau and a little dash of orange bitters as well. So I can't taste much orange. There's maybe a little bit of an aftertaste. Not like the beautiful aftertaste that you get from a Webster with that apricot brandy. Tonight, our first picture. You see that? Yeah, I know that's in Spanish. El Baron del Terror. That wouldn't fit in our brain double feature. Fortunately, here in the States, they came up with the genius title, Brainiac. Let's see who's in Brainiac. Look at all these stars. Let me get over here where you can see. Look at that. These people must have been something else. They're like above the title, above the picture. Abel Salazar, Adriana Welter, Mauricio Garces, Rosa Magalardo, Ruben Rojo, Ophelia Goldman, Renee Cordova, Susana Cora, David Silva, Roxana Bellini, Luis Aragon, Magda Yervizu. My Spanish is horrible. You'll have to find somebody else to pronounce those right. That's a lot of stars for this movie. Brainiac, A.K.L. El Baron del Terror. Director, 1962. Cinematographica ABSA. ABSA. Close enough. I think Mexico. I'm not absolutely sure on that one. Sci-Fi Friday was more concerned about the bad science contained in the picture than the country of origin. Director Chano Ureta. Alrighty. Back in 1661, before I was even born, a pompous and likely demonic baron has not responded to the Mexican Inquisition. So it's at least set in Mexico. I'm pretty sure it was filmed in Mexico. Was the Inquisition big in Mexico? In 1661? Now I gotta read. Fuck. Anyway, he's not responding well to their torture, meaning he's not giving up the goods. He's not admitting that he's a witch or whatever. So, they sentence him to burn, baby, burn. Wait, what's that in the sky? Why, maybe it's, I say it was a meteor. It might have been what they were going for. But really, it's just like a paint streak running across the blurry background. Might have even been borrowed from another movie. What was the movie? Oh, we haven't done it yet. I printed it out for me and Charlie to review, but Charlie's too busy playing video games. But it might have been borrowed from this movie, Valley of the Dragons. Anyway, a paint streak flies across a blurry mess, and from the fire, the Baron curses the ancestors of his inquisitors, promising to return in 300 years to exact his revenge. Somebody on Twitter said that you should have a curse ready so that when you die, you can spit out this curse. I think that's a pretty good idea. I need to get to work on that. Add it to my bucket list. Have a curse ready. Well, I should have got a magic marker. All right, 1661, 1761, 1861, 1961. The effects were that good. Like, that's how it came up on the screen. The paint streak returns. Exact same scene. And after sparklers burn a hole in the sky, a giant white turd drops down from the heavens and melts into a hysterical monster. Not that the monster's hysterical, like freaking out. Just that he's hysterical looking. So, he's got this obviously rubber mask. And watch me breathe. What's going on with my top here? Okay. Did you see my chest inflate? Well, no, this monster, when he breathes, his head inflates. Yeah. And a switchblade-like snake tongue. It just... Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's exactly what fell out of the sky. This monster takes on human form and throws a party for all the descendants of the Inquisitors. All 5 of them. I'd think there'd be more, but I don't know. So, I mean, not that it's obvious at all, but when said descendants start dropping dead, the police are quick to accuse the Baron, or suspect the Baron at least. Maybe he should have waited until after the party? I don't know. What do I know? I'm an unemployed circus clown. So get this. The Baron feeds on the brains of his victims, which are kept halved in a chalice. Here's a chalice. Picture like half a brain sitting in there. Don't mind if I do. This despite the fact that the monster sucked the brain out of their head by jetting his tongue out and poking two little holes in their skull and sucking their brains out. Then somehow, miraculously, he reforms it into half a brain to put in a chalice. Are you with me so far? So whatever. Will the cops get there in time to save the last living descendant? Do we care by now? Not really. This movie has almost everything. The worst costume ever. Amazingly shitty special effects. Knuckle-biting damsels in distress. I mean, all it really needed was, instead of the English subtitles, if they just dubbed it over like an old Godzilla movie so that nobody's mouths matched up with what they were saying, it would have been perfect. Truly terrible, but humorously so. So, I give it 2 rings. It's a 2-ring circus here on the Late Night Picture Show with Brainiac. 1961. Whatever that Mexican film company was. Maybe you can see it on your local educational network where they play a science fiction movie and then have a podcast later to talk about the problems with the science. Y'all have that, right? I don't know if you do. It is a thing here in Utah. I got one more little sip. And then I'm going to go make another version of a Martinez cocktail. This one, I don't know what year it's from. I'll look it up, but on theliquor.com I looked up a Martinez cocktail and I found a completely different cocktail. But I tried it the other night and it's tasty, so we're going to make another one and I'll tell you what's in it. So, head up to the lobby, get yourself a drink, or if you're Mormo actually was eating a frozen burrito when he watched the show. I was just kidding about the frozen burrito, but apparently I'm psychic. So, go get yourself a frozen burrito and a drink. Maybe a Pacifico would go good with a frozen burrito. I don't know. We'll be right back with part 2 of our brain double feature. The Man with the Screaming Brain.